Welcome to Science. Smile when you remember the answer to the question that I asked. Which day did God create plants on, Arthur? Good. What word means to make more of its kind? Students watching. Deb.
Replenish.
Close. Reproduce. Class, let's say that together. Begin. Reproduce. You've got it. What does the word replenish mean, Morgan?
To refill.
Good. Upon what do all living things depend, Carson?
Plants.
Yes. All flowering plants have what, Arthur?
Seeds.
Yes. Give me the 3 parts of a seed, Madison.
Seed coat. Baby plant. Stored food.
Yes. What are the 3 things a seed needs in order to grow, Gage?
Water.
Good. Water's 1. Give me the other 2, Jacob.
Right air.
Right temperature and air is correct. What is the part of the seed that protects the baby plant? Emily.
Seed coat.
Yes. What part of the plant holds it into the ground, absorbs minerals and water from the soil? Jackson.
The wood.
Yes. What holds the plant up, carries water and minerals up, and then sends food down? Kaden.
Stem.
You've got it. What are the roots' mouth called? Dev?
Root hairs.
Yes. Which direction do roots grow? Josh?
Down.
What part of the plant makes food for the plants? Anna?
Leaf.
Yes. What is the green material found in plants? Carly? You've got it. Chlorophyll is the correct answer. What is the gas given off by people and animals that plants need? Carson?
Carbon dioxide.
Carbon dioxide is correct. What is the food-making process in green plants? Emily?
Photosynthesis.
Yes. What is the gas given off by plants that people and animals need? Students watching. And Morgan? In photosynthesis, what provides the energy? Anna?
Sunlight.
What is it, Lexi?
Sunlight.
Good. Tell me the ingredient that I leave out in photosynthesis. Chlorophyll, sunlight, water. Josh?
Sunlight.
No. Dev?
Water.
No. Emily?
Carbon dioxide.
Carbon dioxide is the correct answer. What is the part of the plant that makes seeds? Carson?
The flower.
The flower. What is the yellow powdery dust formed by the flower? Jacob?
Pollen.
Yes. What is the act of moving pollen from one flower to another? Jimmy?
Pollination.
Pollination is correct. What is the part of the flowering plant that holds and protects the seeds? Presley?
Fruit.
The fruit is correct. Moving on to forest. What is the forest that grows in a tropical climate? Josh?
Tropical forest.
You've got it. What is the forest that grows in temperate climates with leaves that change color by season? Tyra? Brianna?
Temperate forest.
It is the temperate forest. A forest is made up of many what? Lexi? Deb?
Trees.
Not just trees. Kaden?
Plant.
Plants. Lexi, Deb?
Plants.
You've got it. What is a forest containing many needle trees bearing cones? Adriana? No. Emily?
Conifer forest.
It is a conifer forest. What is it, Adriana?
Conifer.
Yes. What is the type of tree that has cones instead of flowers? Jacob?
Pine.
A pine tree is right. What type of climate do conifer forests live and do best in? Madison?
A very cold climate.
Yes, a colder climate, right. What is the type of forest where there is much rain? Jacob?
Temperate.
No.
Tropical.
Tropical is correct. What is the stem of a tree called? Anna? Good. Where are the branches and leaves of a tree located? It's what, Kaden?
It's
Asa?
the crown.
The crown. What is it?
Crown.
Yes. What are the circles in the wood of a tree trunk? Emily?
The years it's been alive.
Deb? That's what it represents. Jimmy?
How old it is.
That's what it represents. They're called annual rings. Class, say it. Annual rings. Each annual ring stands for what? Students watching? And Jimmy?
Every year I've been alive.
Yes, every year of growth. What are the dark rings in the middle of a tree trunk called, Carson?
Pulpwood.
Good. What are the lighter rings called, Dev?
Sprucewood.
Close. It starts with an S. Emily?
Sapwood.
Sapwood. What is it, Dev?
Sapwood.
Good. What is the skin of a tree? It protects the sapwood. Jacob?
Bark.
The bark. What do the thin rings mean, Josh? Anna?
That season didn't have a lot of rain.
Right, there wasn't much rain. What did it not do much of?
Much rain.
Rain is correct. We're going to talk more today about the leaves on a tree. Now, in the springtime, tree leaves are normally green, but in the fall time, those leaves will often change colors. We're going to find out what makes the difference in the change and why do leaves change colors specifically in the fall time. Let's take a look at these words to watch for on the chalkboard. Read them for us, Asa.
Decay.
Decay means to break down, which means to rest. So open your book to page 124. Page 124 is where we're going to begin reading. You'll notice on this page, Emily, Adriana, Gage, and Madison come to be ready to read for us, that there are many different colored leaves along the sides and along the bottom. Now these represent leaf colors that can often be found in fall or autumn time. What is the difference? Why are they these colors in the fall and why are they not these colors in the springtime? Let's find out why. Come read for us, Emily. Start with the word to watch for, or the term to remember.
Decay, to break down. Why do some tree leaves change color during autumn? Have you ever walked through the forest on a sunny autumn day? Beautiful shades of red, yellow, orange, and brown surround you. Perhaps you think that leaves change color because of the cold temperatures, but that is not true. Let's discover what happens to a maple tree in the fall.
Very smooth, Gage.
Winter is the time of the year that the
Long A.
maple trees rest as the day some shorter. There is less sunlight. With less sunlight, the veins of the leaf become blocked. No water came up.
Let's start with no water.
No water can come up through the veins.
Use that phonics for smoothness. Madison.
Without water, and because there is less sunlight, the leaf cannot make food. The chlorophyll inside the leaf cannot work. It breaks down. The green of the chlorophyll was covering another color. When the chlorophyll disappears, a beautiful red color is left. Because the leaf is no longer green, we say the leaf is dead. Soon it will turn brown, let go of the tree, and flutter to the ground.
Good accuracy, rest your books. So during the winter time, that is when the maple tree will rest. It also is during that time that there is less sunlight. During July, a tree can get about 15 hours of sun. Comes, it's going to get about 4 few hours. September and October, it's less of the amount of sunlight that tree gets. When that happens, there's not as much chlorophyll that's able to continue to be produced and made to produce that green color. So without the chlorophyll, then the other colors come through. Books up. Continue to read for us, Adriana.
Rain begins to fall. It helps the leaf to break down into tiny pieces or decay. More rain washes the tiny pieces of leaf back into the soil. As the tiny pieces decay, they give the soil nutrients. These nutrients help the tree and other plants growing in soil. The maple tree is still alive. Even though its leaves are gone, it is dormant. It rests through the winter using food it has stored. In the spring, it will once again produce new life. Its leaves will bud, grow, and make more food for the tree.
Very smooth reading, rest your books. So what happens when that tree is not able to produce the food and the chlorophyll is not able to be there, because that's a key ingredient in chlorophyll, then the leaf doesn't have the ability to make the food it needs to give to the plant. So then the leaf dies. Once the leaf dies, it falls to the ground. Once it falls to the ground, it begins to break down into small parts. That's called decay. Decay means to break down into small parts. So that's what it does as it enters the soil. Then when springtime comes, new life, more sunlight will come, and new leaves will begin to grow and continue the food-making process for that plant. During the winter time, though, Gage, that is the time when that plant is able to rest. It's able to take time to rest during that winter season, but it's not dead. And then in the springtime, it will begin growing again. Take out a pencil. Let's look at our comprehension check. Multiple choice. Circle the correct answer. Number 1, winter is the time that a maple tree does what? Morgan?
Correct.
Exactly correct. So you may circle letter C. Number 2, less what causes the leaf's veins to become blocked? Gage? Yes, sunlight, letter A. Number 3, what breaks down in the leaf when it cannot make food? Dev? It's that green material in plants.
Chlorophyll.
Yes, chlorophyll, letter A. Number 4, rain helps dead leaves begin to do what? Jacob?
Grow.
Not grow. Eventually it will, but we're specifically talking about the dead leaves. No? Emily?
Decay.
Decay. Dead leaves decay. And that rain actually helps in that decaying process because of the acid found in the rain. And then it breaks down into those soil nutrients. Look at give the correct answer. Describe what happens to a tree after its leaves fall for the winter. So we're going to start with several sentences. Let's talk about the first thing. The leaves do what? What is the word that means to break down? Aiden or Caden?
Decay.
Decay. So the leaves break down, and where do the nutrients go? Morgan? Not into the leaves, Jacob.
To the soil.
Into the soil. So when it breaks down, it goes into the soil. So we have the leaves decay, giving the soil nutrients. What does the tree do during winter time? Kathleen?
It dies.
No, it doesn't die. Josh?
It rests.
It rests, so it's dormant. So your next sentence can begin, the tree is dormant or rests through the winter. How does it get the food that it needs during the winter time if it's resting and it's not producing any more food? Presley?
It's stored food.
Yes, it's using the stored food. So that's your second sentence. During what season will the tree begin to grow again and produce new leaves? Dev?
Autumn.
Not autumn. Jacob?
Spring.
In springtime. So in springtime, the leaves will begin to grow again. As leaves begin to grow again, what will the leaves do for the tree, Una? Yes, it will begin to make food. So that's your third sentence. In the spring, its leaves will grow and make more food for the tree. Go ahead and finish that sentence. Close your books and set them to the side. How do dead leaves help the soil? Asa?
It helps because it's dormant.
Not quite. Think about what the leaves do once they're dead. What do?
They
Die. When they fall to the ground, they don't stay there. Nutrients in the soil, specifically as they decay, they break down into really small pieces and from it. Carson? What happens again in the springtime?
It goes back.
Yes, exactly. Those leaves will begin to grow again. Scorekeepers for our competition: Madison, number 1 for the girls, Jimmy, number 2 for the boys. We're going to start with the first girl and boy on this sign, Cadence and Jackson. Be ready to tell me the answer for the question that I ask. On what day did God create plants?
Sunday.
Yes, next 2. Upon what do all living things depend?
Plants.
Boys were here faster, next 2. What does dormant mean?
Breast.
Boys were here faster, next 2. All flowering plants have?
Seeds.
Girls, next 2. What is the part that protects the baby plant? Tie, both teams a point, next 2. Which part holds the plant in the ground, absorbs minerals and water from the soil? Wait till I finish, both teams a point. Next 2, Morgan, thank you for waiting. So Aiden and Carly. What do we call the root's mouth? Yes, tie, both teams a point. Next 2, Dev and Lexi. Which direction do roots grow?
Downward.
Boys, next 2. What part of the plant makes food for the plant?
Leaf.
Yes, next 2, Anna and Josh. What is the green material in plants called?
Chlorophyll.
Yes, next 2. What is the gas given off by people and animal that plants need?
Carbon dioxide.
Tie, both teams a point. Jackson, Cadence. What is the food making process in green plants? Students watching? Anyone? Tyra? Carson?
Photosynthesis.
Photosynthesis is correct. Presley and Una. What is the gas given off by plants that people and animals need?
Oxygen.
Girls, next 2, Jacob and Adriana. What is the energy, or what provides the energy that helps plants make food?
Sunlight.
Boys, we're a hair faster, next 2. Tell me the ingredient that I leave out from this process of photosynthesis. Sunlight, carbon dioxide, water.
Carbon dioxide. Chlorophyll.
Chlorophyll is correct. Next 2. What is the part of the plant that makes seeds for the plant? Is correct. So Tyra gets a point for the girls. Carson and Morgan. What is the yellow powdery dust formed by the flower?
Pollen.
Ty, both teams a point. You are both correct. What is the act of moving pollen from one flower to another?
Pollination.
Girls, next 2. What is the part of a flowering plant that holds and protects the seeds?
Stem. Leaves.
Students watching? Anyone? Caden?
Roots.
Emily? Carson? Have a seat. The answer would be fruit. If you said fruit, that's the part that holds and protects. What do we call a forest containing many needled trees bearing cones?
Temperate.
Students watching? Anyone? Morgan? Conifer forest is correct. Josh and Anna. A forest is made up of many what?
Plants.
Girls, next 2. Kathleen and Asa. What do we call the forest that grows in temperate climates with leaves that change by seasons?
Temperate forest.
Temperate is correct. Boys have it next 2. Cadence and Jackson. What is the forest that grows in tropical climates?
Tropical rainforest.
Yes, girls have it next 2. What is the type of tree that has cones instead of flowers?
Pine tree.
Pine tree. Both teams are correct. Next 2. What is the type of climate that has conifer forest? Or excuse me, tell me where the conifer forests grow best. Is it a cold or a warm climate?
Cold.
Cold. Boys have it. Next 2. Tell me the type of forest where there is much rain.
Rainforest.
Students watching? Tropical is correct 2. What are the branches and leaves of a tree? Where are they located on the tree's what?
Crown.
Crown. Boys have it. Next 2. What do we call the circles in the wood of a tree trunk? Students watching? Anyone? Emily?
Annual ring.
Annual rings. Girls have it. Next 2. Dev and Lexi. Each annual ring represents what?
How old it is.
Students watching? Anyone? Arthur? Una? Caden?
Years of how long it's been.
Anna?
Years of growth.
So specifically it would be the 1 year of growth. No points for that one. Next 2. Amaya and Caden. What are the dark rings in a tree trunk called?
Heartwood.
Girls. Next 2. Anna, Josh. What are the lighter rings called?
Sapwood.
Yes. No points. You started it. She finished it. Make sure you say the entire word next time. Kathleen and Asa. What is the skin of a tree? It protects the sapwood. Girls, we're here faster. Next 2. What do the thin rings, Jackson Cadence, in a tree trunk mean?
It did have lots of rain.
You're right, it did not have a lot of rain. Boys have that next too. What does the word decay mean?
Break down.
Tie, both teams a point. Well done. Next two. Adriana and Jacob. The leaf's veins become blocked due to what? Students watching? Anyone? Emily?
Sunlight.
Sunlight. Not as much sunlight. Next two. What breaks down in the leaf when it cannot make food?
Chlorophyll.
Yes. Next two. The rain helps dead leaves begin to do what?
Grow.
Students watching? Anyone? Morgan? Decay is correct. Girls have that point. Let's take a look at our score. Looks like the girls have 23 and the boys have 19. So the girls may give yourself a pat on the back. Well done. Students watching, to continue to review the bold print terms, italics, and comprehension checkups from this chapter so that you'll be ready for our next lesson.